Hey everyone, this is Amanda Thompson with Allied Instructional Services. Recently, I became aware that not everybody knows about some cool features in Google Docs and in Microsoft Word that allow you to change the style to have a default text size and font name for whatever your student or your preference may be. I'm going to work through it on Google Docs in this video, and then I'll do a separate video for how to do it in Microsoft Word because they are a little different. The first thing I need to do is write some example text. And once I've written some text, I highlight the text with Control A. And if I'm working with a student who has low vision, I allow them to choose the font name and the font size to meet their needs, and they can change it over time if they find out they don't like it. So I'm going to choose Comic Sans because it's my personal favorite font size. Again, you can choose other fonts from this beautiful list, or if there's something you need in addition, you can click on more fonts and scroll through an abundance of more options. Once we have our font type, we change the font size. I'm going to do 30-point font. Sometimes my students need different sizes depending on their screen size, their visual impairment, how well they use their vision, and that sort of thing. And once we do that, one other thing I want to show you before we go on is there's a keyboard command, Control, Alt, and then the open bracket, which is next to P, that zooms in your screen to fit your window to the screen size. So now you can see the size of the text when you're zoomed in to present the whole page. From here, we're going to go to Format and select Paragraph Styles, and then we're going to Normal Text and selecting Update Normal Text to Match. So if you come across something, then you really like that text later, you can highlight that and update the normal text as well. So then to make it our default text, we're going to go back into Paragraph Styles, go all the way down to Options, and select Save as my default style. Now when we're looking at changing the title or the heading levels and that sort of thing, those will be reflected based on the font you chose. And if you want to change your heading, maybe you want to color code your headings levels or that sort of thing, we can go in and apply the level 1 heading. I can change, so I want my level 1 headings to have purple text, and then I can go in to Format, Paragraph Styles, Heading 1, and update Heading 1 to match, and then I'll go ahead and save that as my default so that if I'm making that my heading and then I'm doing my example text, there we go, it's what I want. So that's just how we do that in Google Docs. I'm going to show you that it applies to new Windows. So I'm opening a new tab, typing docs.new to create a new Google Doc, and here's my name. It's in my default text size. If I want to make it a level 1 heading with Control Alt 1, I just changed that to a level 1 heading, and we see that it has changed and it reflects on the outline view as well. So that's just a very brief introduction to changing your default styles to meet the visual needs of your students in Google Docs. Next up is Microsoft Word.